Today, we are leaving our apartment in Lovoclan to head towards one of the wildest areas of Martinique. Our destination, the Caravelle Peninsula, a rugged stretch of land shaped by wind and waves, famous for its contrasting landscapes and hiking trails. We'll be setting down our packs in Tartane, a small fishing village clinging to the edge of the ocean. It's here that we'll meet Guy-André Lycan, one of the last guardians of an ancient tradition, who will openly share with us his daily life and his deep connection to the sea. Then, we'll set off along the peninsula's trails for a walk through mangroves, dry forests, and breathtaking views of the Atlantic. Along the way, we'll come across the ruins of Dubuc Castle, a silent witness to a bygone era, before enjoying traditional dishes at the Ti Carbet restaurant. And because Martinique never stops surprising us, we will end the day with an unexpected discovery, the fascinating story of the banana, that yellow gold which has shaped the island's economy. Welcome to the 5th episode of our journey through Martinique. This morning, we set out to hit the road, heading towards the northeast of the island. The road winds between sugarcane fields and banana plantations, occasionally offering stunning views to the Atlantic. Our first stop of the day, the Mockingbird viewpoint. From this natural promontory, the view stretches across the entire coastline, from the rolling green hills to the shimmering shades of the sea. But what really catches our attention is this giant wing sculpture overlooking the landscape. It's a creation by the Valorisation Martinique Association, paying tribute to the white-breasted mockingbird. Endemic to Martinique, this endangered species is found only on the Caravelle Peninsula. There are just 200 individuals of this species left. A timeless moment where you truly grasp the incredible diversity of Martinique's landscapes. A few kilometers after leaving Lovoclan, we make a stop at Anse Spoutourne in the Gallion Bay. This small cove, lined with seaside grape trees and volcanic rocks, offers a peaceful setting, though it's less suitable for swimming than other nearby beaches. Close by, the tennis club comes to life from the early hours of the morning. Players, rackets in hand, face off of the clay courts, adding a lively touch to this otherwise tranquil spot. Anse Spoutourne is also the starting point for the hike to Morne Pavillon. This 10-kilometer trail, suited for experienced hikers, winds through mangroves and dry forests, offering spectacular views over the Atlantic. Though it may not be the most popular beach for swimming, it makes for an ideal contemplative stop before continuing our journey to Tartane. At the end of a winding road, lined with coconut trees and colorful huts, Tartane finally reveals itself. This seaside village has preserved intact its soul as a fishing town. Colorful boats are lined up on the sand, nets dry in the shade of the coconut trees, and neighbors chat spontaneously throughout the day. We settle our bags in our new apartment, just steps from the beach. Barely settled, we set off to explore the village. Here, life still follows the rhythm of the tides and the departures to sea. Everything seems to move at its own pace, caught between tradition and island daily life. It's in this authentic setting that we meet Guy-André Lycan, a professional fisherman and vice president of the Fishermen's Association. Seated in the shade of a tree, Guy prepares his traps and kindly shares his passion with us.
Au niveau de la pêche, je fais des casiers, c'est ce que je suis en train de faire là. Je fais du DCP, disposition, concentration de poissons. On met des trucs flottants sur l'eau, on va pêcher du gros poisson, du marlin, du thon, de la dorade coryphène, de la bourse, de la carangue, du tasar, toute cette partie de la pêche. Et en troisième fonction, je fais de la plongée en apnée aussi, en chasse sous-marine.
Guy tells us how he chose his life close to the sea.
Mon père était militaire de carrière, mais mon oncle, qui était marin-pêcheur, n'a jamais voulu que j'aille en mer avec lui. Quand je suis revenu après mon service militaire, je suis reparti, je suis revenu. Et puis un beau jour, je me suis réveillé et puis je me suis dit, bon, il faut que je change de branche. Je travaillais à la ville de Trinité, à la commune. Et finalement, j'ai laissé tomber et puis je me suis dit, bon, ben, je vais m'orienter sur autre chose. Je me suis dit qu'à un moment ou d'un autre, il faut se prendre en main, de ne plus travailler pour les autres, de travailler pour soi-même. Et c'est ça, c'est l'entreprise. Alors, je me sens bien, regardez là, j'ai pas de pression, ça me permet de regarder, de tourner un film avec vous. Ça veut dire que si j'avais un patron, il m'aurait dit de laisser tomber. Eh bien là, ça veut dire que moi, comme je suis le propre patron, je me permets de prendre mes décisions moi-même. Et c'est ce qui est important. C'est ce qui est important. Et le fait que vous m'avez proposé ça, de faire ce petit film avec vous, ça m'a plu parce que ça va pouvoir montrer au monde entier notre culture et notre façon de travailler. Et c'est une bonne chose pour nous. Les gens pourront connaître, voilà. Les amis bretons que je connais pourront voir, si jamais ils ont l'occasion de voir ce film, ils pourront vous dire aussi que voilà comment on travaille. Et c'est vraiment différent que nos casiers sont vraiment plus grands.
Here, fishing is a demanding profession where you have to adapt to tides and season.
Quand la marée est forte, les bouées sont au fond de l'eau. Les bouées sont coulées. En marée basse, les bouées remontent à la surface. Et vous savez connaître l'heure de marée, l'heure du courant. Et comme ça, vous savez à quelle heure vous devez partir.
He also talks about the realities of the job, the heavy costs, and the need to diversify techniques.
Si on fait qu'une pêche, on risque de ne pas s'en sortir. Parce que c'est pas évident. Si on fait pas ça, c'est que on risque de se planter parce que quand les factures arrivent, ça rigole pas. L'URSSAF, l'ENIM, le comité des pêches et leur charge sociale. Toute l'année, on vend pour des particuliers. L'étal de vente, c'est là. C'est d'aller pêcher et ramener le poisson aux consommateurs. C'est toute l'année, c'est ça. Ça veut dire que moi, que les autres collègues, c'est pareil. C'est aux producteurs, aux consommateurs. Et c'est ce qui est important. Et c'est ce que les gens aiment. Avoir du poisson frais tous les jours, c'est pas une mauvaise chose. C'est une très bonne chose pour eux.
As he works, a curious passerby stops to ask about his gear and his work.
La pêche en elle-même, pour le faire, il faut l'aimer.
Before concluding, Guy leaves with us a striking comparison.
Il y a plus de poissons en l'eau que de monde sur la terre. Je vous parle, quand vous mettez un enfant au monde, vous mettez un enfant au monde. Un poisson, il met 1000 œufs. Et si les gens lui parlent, les scientifiques peuvent venir donner des estimations. Une chasse exacte.
A simple, sincere moment, just like Tartane and its people. After this meaningful encounter with Guy, we head towards the Caravelle Nature Reserve. Here, at the northeastern tip of Martinique, nature still seems to have the final say. The peninsula owes its name to a caravel, a late 16th century ship that is said to have stopped here long before the island was permanently colonized. This site is home to several hiking trails that reveal varied landscapes. Steep cliffs, savannas battered by trade winds, dry forests and hidden mangroves. Among the routes offered, there is a large loop of about 9 kilometers that circles the peninsula, passing by spectacular viewpoints, and a shorter trail of just over 2.6 kilometers that winds through the mangrove and dry forest. Due to our tight schedule, we choose this shorter alternative. The trail first dives under a canopy of dry forest. Wooden steps alternate with dirt paths, climbing and descending with the terrain. From there, the view opens up over the peninsula. We take advantage of the moment to film and snap a few photos. A little further on, we discover the mangrove. Through a maze of wooden boardwalks, we walk above the mangrove trees, their twisted roots creating intricate patterns in the brackish water. After this immersion in nature, we continue our exploration of the Caravelle Peninsula by heading to Dubuc Castle, one of Martinique's most striking historical sites. Perched on a hill facing the ocean, this ruined estate was in the 18th century the heart of a vast sugar plantation. The Dubuc de Rivery family, originally from Normandy, settled here in the early 1700s and made their fortune through sugarcane, the triangular trade, and the slave trade. At that time, the estate covered several hectares and included the main house, operational buildings, slave quarters, and a sugar refinery. The site also benefits from its strategic location. Perched atop a hill, it offered an ideal vantage point to monitor the Baie du Trésor and control ship movements. As we explore the remains, we discover the precise layout of these colonial estates. The ruins of molasses vats, the foundations of warehouses, and the remains of the old lime kiln. But the most striking part of the visit lies a little further on. There, 4 narrow door cells remain. True dungeons where slaves were locked up as punishment. These dark and cramped prisons are still accessible today. You can enter, feel the confined space, sense the weight of the stone, and imagine the suffering of those imprisoned there. A disturbing confrontation with history. These ruins remind us that beyond the magnificent landscapes, Martinique still bears visible marks of its colonial and slave trading past. From the castle sides, the view is spectacular. The sea stretches as far as the eye can see, and it becomes clear why the colonists chose this natural promontory. a grandiose landscape behind which invisible memories still hide. The visit ends with an exhibition recounting the history of slavery. It's time to head to Ti Carbet, a small seaside restaurant known for its grilled fish and generous Creole cuisine. On the waitress recommendation, we indulge in a delicious Creole starter. After our meal, we head to one of the island's most unexpected attractions. The Banana Museum in Martinique is a must-visit stop, and above all, a true surprise. The banana, a fruit we think we know well, here reveals all its richness and incredible history. Originally from Southeast Asia, the banana traveled across the world for centuries before arriving in the Caribbean. We learn that there are more than 1,000 varieties of bananas worldwide, an impressive number we could hardly have imagined. In Martinique, bananas were introduced as early as the 17th century and quickly became an essential crop. Today, more than 120 different varieties grow on the island, a remarkable figure that highlights the incredible diversity of this fruit. At the museum, the history of the banana is told through objects, photographs, old agricultural tools, as well as stories about the lives and expertise of the growers. We discover how banana cultivation shaped Martinique's economy, evolving from family farming to a production that still accounts for nearly 10% of the local agricultural revenue today. What strikes you is the cultural importance of the banana, a symbolic fruit present in gastronomy, traditions, and even local art. The museum also offers a sensory experience with tasting of several banana varieties. After this immersion, the visit continues into the adjacent banana plantation, where different species are observed in their natural habitat. This walk provides a peaceful moment in a lush tropical setting and helps us understand how banana plants grow, thrive, and are harvested. Finally, the visit ends in a small shop featuring local banana-based products, artisanal jams, flavored rums, crispy chips, a true concentrate of authentic flavors that lets you take the experience home. The museum is much more than an exhibition space. It's a journey through the history, culture, and flavors of Martinique. An experience both educational and sensory that gives a new perspective on this often underestimated fruit. A visit that, to our great surprise, truly fascinated us. Leaving the Banana Museum, we follow the coast and pass by a remarkable natural site, the Tombolo of Sainte-Marie. This rare geological phenomenon forms when currents and tides deposit sandbanks that temporarily connect Sainte-Marie Island to the Martinique mainland. Accessible only at certain times of the year, when conditions align, this natural sandbar allows you to walk across to the island before it disappears again beneath the waves. Curious to see it up close, we plan to return tomorrow to witness this fleeting spectacle. We then continue on towards our hotel, and before heading back, make one last stop at the beach of Anse. The golden sand, the lively waves of the Atlantic, and the constant wind make it a favorite spot for surfers and walkers seeking tranquility at the end of the day. A few fishermen pack up their nets as the sun slowly sets behind the palm trees, casting silver and ochre reflections on the sea. This is where we leave you for today. Tomorrow, we head to Sainte-Marie to explore the famous Tombolo, before continuing on to other places rich in history and nature. A journey through wild landscapes, memories of the past, and tropical serenity. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment.